Good afternoon, guys. This is Dan Wowak from Coal Cracker Bushcraft. So summer's almost here, and I'm starting to see some bugs out, a couple mosquitoes and things. So this year what I wanted to try was making Nessmuk's bug dough. I have the recipe for it and I have all the ingredients. So we're going to walk you through it, see how it comes out. Stay tuned and we'll get started. Okay guys, so for Nessmuk's bug dough, according to his recipe, we need pine tar, castor oil, and pennyroyal oil. Now, the pine tar you could buy at like a Tractor Supply. That's where I actually got this one. I think it's maybe $9. The castor oil you can buy just at your local pharmacy, like a Rite Aid, CVS, Walgreens. You can buy that there. And the pennyroyal oil, I did see it on Amazon, but I also found it at a local health food store, so I purchased it there. Now, the ingredients for the recipe, as far as amounts go, it calls for 3 ounces of pine tar, 2 ounces of castor oil, and 1 ounce of pennyroyal oil. So this is 1 ounce of the pennyroyal oil, and I'm going to use, just like I said, 3, 2, and 1, and that'll make me 6 ounces. And then I do have some small containers here that I think these were 5-hour energy containers that hold 2.5 ounces. So I'm going to fill each one with 2 ounces. Now, according to Nessmuk, 2 ounces or 3 ounces, I believe he said, should last you pretty much all summer. Basically, when you apply this to your skin, you are going to get a glaze look to yourself because of the pine tar, and then you just reapply as needed. So once you build up your glaze, you're pretty much good to go. We're going to work on mixing these ingredients over the fire, just gently warming them. What I'm going to do with the pine tar, because it is a little bit thicker, I'm going to warm that up enough that it's pliable so I can work with it, and then I'm going to mix all my amounts together, fill up my containers, and then I'll have my bug dough throughout the summer. So stay tuned, we'll get mixing. Okay guys, so we're going to mix all our ingredients. What I'm going to do is use the bottle from the pennyroyal oil, because we only need 1 ounce of that, and this is a 1 ounce bottle. So we're going to use, after we empty this, we're going to use this as a measuring vessel for our next 2 ingredients. So I'm just going to use an old tin can that I have here to mix everything up, and then we're going to simmer this over the fire. Now, I did say in the previous segment about the pine tar needing to heat it up. I guess because it was the winter when I actually bought this stuff, it was that hard. So now it's more watery, so I won't need to heat that up in order to measure it out. So 1 ounce of pennyroyal oil, 2 ounces of castor oil, and then 3 ounces of pine tar. So now, like I said, the pine tar, it's not real watery. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take just a stick and just drizzle it in like that. So I don't want to bore you guys to death, but we're going to use 3 ounces of that. As you can see how I'm going to fill that container. Just taking my time, just like this. So we're going to need 3 ounces of this. Once this is all mixed together, we'll show you what it looks like in a can. I'm going to mix it up real good. We're going to put it on a real low heat. I'm going to just get some embers and probably 2 logs. See how we can set that up. Simmer this for a while and then put in our containers, and we'll be all finished our bug dough. Okay guys, so this is the mixture. As you can see, it is quite watery. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to get it set up. I have a fire cooking. We're going to get good hot embers. We're going to simmer this for a while. I'm going to say maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the most. And then once that's done simmering, we'll see if the consistency changes at all. I'm not sure, I never did this before. But we will see, and then we'll bottle it up, and we'll have our bug dough for the summer. Okay guys, so I built up a bed of coals here, and basically all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this stick to pull hot coals in as needed. So I'm going to put this tin can right into coals here, it has our bug dope in. Get it nestled down in there so it doesn't fall over. And I'm going to watch that because, again, it's tar. You don't want it to catch fire. I drizzled a little bit in the fire earlier and it did catch. So you need to be careful with that. So I don't think you'd want a ton of open flame to do this. Of course, if you had a grate or something like that, it'd probably make it a little bit easier. But as you can see, that stick already caught fire. It had a little bit of tar on it. So we're just going to let this simmer. I have another small stick here just to mix it. And I'm assuming the reason that you want this to simmer is you just want to infuse all your ingredients together. So we're not going to do this extremely long, just enough. It's already smoking a little bit. Just enough to infuse everything, pull it off. I'm going to let it cool down and bottle it up, and then we'll talk about it, finish up the video. Alright guys, so we got a low simmer happening now, and you got to be careful. It caught fire once on me, so I just put a old bush pot lid over this, and it took care of it. I'll leave that simmer a couple more minutes and pull it off. Okay guys, so I took my bug dope off of the fire. I left it cooling, and I just actually pinched the can for a little pour spout so I don't get it all over. Now I'm going to show you guys up close. Color-wise, it's not real dark, like brown or black like you would think the tar is. It actually looks almost like a real dark yellow look now to it. And I left it simmer probably for 10 or 15 minutes, which I would think that would be long enough. I really don't want to cook it down too much. So I'm going to put it in my little jars now. I should get 3 jars out of this, and then I'll show you a little bit. Now, according to Nessmuk, when you put it on, you want a nice glaze, so you're going to look a little discolored from it, but that would be reasonable to think just because of the color of the ingredients you're putting in. I'm going to pour it in our bottles. Okay, now put a little bit, my hands are stained from working with the tar a little bit earlier, but put a little bit in there. To show you guys what we're working with here. Okay, so you'd work that in. Now that's of course way too much, but as you can see, it has a tarry yellowish look to it. And the smell of it, it smells a lot like almost a Vicks. It has a pretty pleasant smell to it. I didn't think it was going to smell that good actually. So I'm going to use that through the summer, see how it works out. But that's Nessmuk's bug dope recipe cooked down. This is Dan Wowak with Coal Cracker Bushcraft. Thanks for joining. More videos to come soon, guys.